And check. Okay. Welcome to one that could be a really incredible day. Sim update 4 have been released, and maybe that's the 747-8, which is Arush is a free plane, is on the standard version of the sim, and we could be finally, I don't know still, we're gonna discover it today, but we could be finally able to use it. This is a plane I was really missing in 2020, was working okay, was good from A to B. In 2024, unfortunately, was quite broken. But two of the main problem that this plane had, I just saw that they are gone. So great. Today we're gonna do a short flight. We're gonna do from Frankfurt to Munich. We are not gonna fly on VATSIM. It's the very first time I opened the sim with the new update, and a plane that I don't fly since here basically. And I don't even know if it's working properly. But if today everything goes fine, next time we're gonna fly it on VATSIM for sure. Okay, so something I noticed immediately is that I don't know if it's a standard setup now for the sim, but the plane didn't have the engine cover and the chokes and the pitot cover. So I don't know if there is kind of a setting now here maybe that allow you to disable that. I don't know, could be, or just or could just be the plane, but we're gonna discover it through time. But yeah, something that definitely I noticed that there is no pitot cover, there is no engine cover, there is no oops, no, I didn't have to do that. So we were 8:35. Okay. So the plane is, let's say, without it's ready to go basically. Let's jump inside. Okay. So yeah, I noticed some lag on the cabin loading of the plane, but nothing crazy. If you go back here, yeah, this is a plane with the cabin and everything. Yeah, as you can see, it's quite not loaded, but okay. Never mind. It's gonna load through time. Or you can, of course, download completely the plane in your SSD if you want. Okay, which I didn't do today, but I will probably do in the future with this, with the 747. Oh wow. So my first question is, of course, if there is a loading system or a flight plan import for SimBrief. This is the flight we're gonna do today. This is the flight plan. I have it in my Navigraph here, so I can monitor all the weight and balance and basically everything else. I wouldn't spend much time, and let's try to turn on this beast. Liners, I do have checklist for the 7.4, which I need to find. No, this is the 7.8. 747, okay, there we go. So battery on, let's go. Let's see what happened. Battery on. Also, there is a little change in sound, which I noticed. I'm really curious about the engine sound. Standby power on auto. There is definitely something very interesting about the sound. The hydraulic system is all shut off for the moment. Navigation light should be, no, it's off in the working title. This is off. We can turn on logo light, why not? Oh, very interesting knob. Switches. Parking brake, oops, is set. I still have my view in the 747, yeah. Parking brake is set. And external power. 1 and 2. Let's start lining up this one as well. Yeah, I can feel a little lag for sure. A little lag. This plane was quite, yeah, was quite very good. I mean, was very good in performance, both this 7.4 and 7.8 in 2020. Okay, so now, first thing first, we have to investigate the FMS here to see if we do have any import setting. Weight and balance, okay. Okay. Because in 20, I don't remember with the 7.4. With the 7.8, you can import. I mean, I'm not sure even with the 7.8 here. Looks like pretty similar. So I mean, this is working, I guess. So if I try to import I mean, not try to import, but try to set up my weight and balance, my payload, okay, my zero fuel weight is 246.7. Okay, let me try 246.700. Okay, great, nice. And fuel we need is 19.200, of course. Okay, let me be precise since we need to be precise on this. Okay, 200 is fine. Was even less. Nice. Great. Okay, it's not an import system, but it's a very basics and very functioning method to set up the weight and balance of your plane. Honestly, I don't mind it. It's pretty good. I noticed that there is a lot of cargo here. Yeah, it shouldn't be like that. We should have some passenger. This is not okay. Okay, let me try something. Because we have 310 passengers. Zero fuel weight change. Okay, let me try something different. Let me set up that from here. 10.2. Okay, sorry, of course. 200. Okay. 247.7. Okay, it's 1 tons out. Still okay. Yeah, because if you do set up the weight and balance directly, sorry, 247,700. 246,700. Okay. Yeah, I don't know the philosophy. Looks like if you lock the passenger and then you set up the zero fuel weight, it's gonna adjust. I mean, as a consequence, it's gonna adjust the cargo. But I don't know. Okay, so weight and balance system, it's okay for me. It's nothing too advanced at all, but it's more than fine. Adding, okay, this is fine. This is okay. This is okay as well. So the next question is, do we have a system to import our flight plan from SimBrief? Which I don't think so. Request, there is a request here. But request from, of course, well, let me try. Route missing in the EFB, okay, yeah. If I go to menu and I go to setting and nav data, this is not really helping, of course. Yeah, doesn't look like. So I guess we have to pass through the EFB. Which I don't like at all, also because I'm not signed in. Let me do it immediately. Okay. Oh boy. Alright. Yeah. I don't remember. I think in the 787 there is a way to just import the the flight plan. Sorry, not the the flight plan. Okay, approve. Alright, should be fine. I should be into Navigraph. Okay. So if I do view flight and okay, so now there is a flight in the FP. Let's try to use the button here. So pausing it is done. If I do request now, okay, missing, okay, route missing in the FP. So it's not allowing me that, but it's a classical import route, and now should be working. Yeah, there we go. Okay, yeah. So Frankfurt to Munich. Let's check the route a little bit. Cindy 8 Sierra. Okay, there is the departure as well. Cindy, Harem, Rocky. Okay, Harem. Then is the Tango 104. Okay. Until Rocky and then arrive. Okay, this is correct. I mean, it's working okay. I don't like to pass through the FP, but whatever. I mean, execute. And now we do have our flight plan. We do have our weight and balance. Great. I mean, everything is looking pretty okay. The departure is already there. I'm gonna show you, of course, the departure very quickly. Today is not about procedure. It's about the 74. So the departure is a very basic departure from Frankfurt, runway 18. Left turn after departure, climb 4,000 feet, and until Cindy. Yeah, there you have a little bit of constraint, a little bit of speed constraint and altitude constraint, but yeah, nothing too crazy. It's a GPS departure, so RNAV departure, whatever. Okay, so let's. And looks pretty okay. I mean, Delta Foxtrot 158, that's correct. 158, confirm, yeah. The constraint, let me check the constraint. The constraint is correct here. Delta Foxtrot 171, again, correct. Yeah, everything looks pretty okay to me here. This is split, so this is a great, yeah, it's a great FMI. You know that in the fly-by-wire is not split in the A320, so I don't really like it too much. This is not working at all, right? No, okay. So performance calculator. Well, you don't really have. Wait a second. Let's go to Perfinite in the meantime. So you don't really have a performance calculator in the 747, but if you, again, I don't know if it's free. I think it's free, but I'm not sure. In SimBrief, you do have a performance calculator in case. So I should be able to import. Ah, wow, there is a different zero fuel weight now. Yeah, that's very different from what we saw before. So let's go back to check. Wow. Okay, that's very interesting actually. Because it is 246.7, and in here, usually when you press, if you go to perform and you click here, you should be able to see your zero fuel weight, which is a different number by 8 tons, which is, it's definitely a lot. I think this one is the reliable one. Let me see here. Yeah. Let me try to do something. If I delete this, I can't. What? Okay, 0.0. No, of course it's impossible. I don't know. 240. Okay, this doesn't change. That means that our zero fuel weight here, as I suspect, to be honest, here is not correct. It's not showing the proper number. So we're starting having some problem about the weight imbalance. Let me try to set up it again. 246.7. No, okay, not 0.7, but I have to go with 700. 246,700. Nothing is changing. Okay. Okay. Yeah, this is not the best, of course, because if you're doing a long haul, your weight and balance is quite important. I mean, because you basically define how you can step climb and how you can, I mean, how much fuel you need. So if you have a 8 tons of difference, it's not, it's not great at all. Okay, let me invalid entry. This is so, if I click now, it's not working anymore. Very interesting. But the gross weight of the plane didn't change. So we have to rely on this. 273.3. We should have 265.0. Yeah, this I don't like it at all, of course. Okay, it's changing now. Okay. Okay, 0 and 0. Yeah, I don't care. 246.7. No, 246,700. Sorry. Oh boy. 700. Okay, 246,700. What I don't like. Okay, this is still wrong. This is still wrong. So somehow it's not working properly. Okay, this is already a problem for me. Because our takeoff weight should be around 265. I mean, I can show you from our flight plan. As you can see, it's 0 fuel weight, 246.7 fuel, 19.2 takeoff weight, 265.0. So this means that is not really setting up a correct 0 fuel weight at all. And yeah, this is already something that make the plane quite not ready to fly for me. It's not something crazy, especially if you have to do like a small route, very short one. But yeah, this is already a big problem for long haul, and it's not precise at all. I don't like it at all. But okay. So what we can do is actually ignore it and just set up our. Try to set up like this. I don't know if it's still. I mean, if it really. Oh, wow. Okay. Let's see what we get like this. No. I don't like it that you can set up with point or something. Oh, this is so annoying. Okay, let me try this. Yeah, 274.3 is completely wrong somehow. Somehow it's completely wrong. It's adding 9 tons of weight. I don't know why. But yeah. It's quite a lot. I mean, it's quite a significant difference. Okay, so of course we're gonna rely on this. We don't even have this information now. This is the problem because since in the menu, yeah, I can't really get the. Okay, I can try to match, of course, because it's telling me invalid entry. So I think it was something around 254. 254. Yeah, we should be able to match that. Okay, 255. 174, 255.1. So, okay, we are finally able to have the proper 0 fuel weight, which is different from our flight plan, and that also means we're gonna burn more fuel. And it's not, of course. Okay, in a short flight like this is not a problem, but again, for long haul, it's definitely a big problem. 230. I hate in the 74 you have this speed brake lever there. Okay, reserves is 10. Okay. So, performance. As I told you, we do have a performance calculator in our sim brief, which I'm opening. So what we need, of course, the problem about this is that we're not gonna able to use. Wait a sec. No. Okay. We're not gonna be able to use any kind of populate from the last flight. I mean, we can populate from the last flight, but of course the takeoff weight is gonna be quite different because in this case is 274.3. Okay, 274,300. Okay, let's see. Optimum flaps, thrust setting optimum, bleed auto, anti-ice auto, and this is okay. So we need to manually change the takeoff weight. Okay. So it's gonna be flaps 10, dare 8, takeoff 2, 52, 133, 140, 155. Okay, thrust limit, takeoff 2. Now we'll need to do this so many times. 58. Alright. Take off. Flaps 10. Great. 138, 141, 161, 133, 140, 155. Quite different. 133. 140. Wow. The V1 is no, okay, no, sorry. It's okay. 140, 155. Just the V, yeah, sorry, the V1 is quite different, but the VR is not really. Okay. V2 plus 10, 165 here. Let's start the APU in the meantime. I'm really curious about the APU sound as well. And yeah, I don't remember which of these you should turn on for the APU, to be honest. I don't know if I have it in the checklist, but yeah. The fuel system, the fuel management in the 747 is extremely complicated. Especially if you're doing long haul. It's not obvious at all. APU on, if not an APU selector, old start, APU generator, okay. My checklist I don't have. Okay, it's the classical APU default sound. Great. CG. Okay, stream 6.1. Sorry, not 6.1, 6.6. We're gonna set it immediately. The trim is here in the 7.4 if you don't know. 6.6. I'm really curious to see if the plane is gonna behave properly. Okay. Oops. So. APU is starting. APU is on. APU generator switch on. Air conditioning panel, which is here. Okay. So upper recycle and lower recycle on. It's already on. Trim air should be on. It's on. Packs 1, 2, 3 on. 1, 2, and 3. APU blade on. Great. Then we import the flight plan. We import the procedure. We calculate our performance. Okay. Great. Let's go here. I want to set up this page here, legs page here. Then battery switch is on. No, wait, this is copy preferring, of course. Utility left and right. Okay, battery. Okay, let's go the. Okay, was already on. So battery is on. Standby power auto. Utility on. APU is on. APU generator are on. External power are off. Bus tie all on. Well, they are auto actually. Oh, all auto, sorry. That's correct. Generator control all on, off, illuminated. So this is correct. Hydraulic switch all off. Emergency lights armed. It's here. Fuel panel crossfeed on. Fuel pump switch off. Okay, crossfeed is this one. So crossfeed is on. All the fuel pump are off. That's great. Yeah, give me also pressure indication. That's very helpful. Windows it on. Windows it. Wing and engine anti-ice auto. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Great. Yaw damper. I think okay. Yaw damper should be on by default. To be on. Yeah, yaw damper is on. Great. So altimeter, we are finally able. This one was one of the problem of the 7.4. You couldn't switch from hectopascal to mercury inches. I don't know how to call it in English, but the altimeter reference, let's say. Now we can, and also the minimum we wasn't able to reset properly a minimum, but now we can finally. So is the QNH of today is 1017, which is also split from the standby. Very interesting. 1017. Is it split here? No. Okay. Heading on final is completely on the other way. It's 180, the heading. Yeah, I don't like this method of course, heading setup, but whatever. 180. Yeah, completely on the opposite direction. 180. Great. Checklist again. Let me do a sound check. Yeah, I don't like this. Okay. Great. So altimeter is set. Flight director on. They are linked still or not? Yeah, they are. Okay, flight director is on. Well, we don't really have toggle here. Because the toggle button in the... we'll try. The toggle button in the 747 is this stuff here. This should be the... Oh, I don't remember actually if it's this or this. Wow. Yeah, I don't remember if this is the toggle or that one is the toggle. Do we have any... No. Okay. Okay, we're gonna try. We're gonna try after. So flight director is on. Auto throttle armed. Auto throttle armed. Pre-select LNAV VNAV. Initial climb 4000 before. Wow, super slow to set up. Wow, very slow. This can be a problem when you're flying. And not enough. V2 plus 10, blah blah blah. Auto brake RTO already. Wow, very interesting. Let me see something. Can we use? Wow, we can navigate checklist here. Oh wow, very interesting. Very very interesting. Great. Yeah, the 747 had. You can also click like this now. Okay, you don't have to use. Okay, great. That's a great news. 2000 on the transponder, TRRA. We're about to push. I want to do some checklists here at this point. Yeah. Okay. So the passenger lights in the 74 are here. Seatbelts auto. There is no smoke. There is no smoking. Whatever. So passenger side on V2, adding altitude set, V1, V2, VR and V2 set. This is okay. Taxi and takeoff briefing. Okay, it's not done really, but I mean it's Frankfurt. We should know Frankfurt at this point. I mean, I know Frankfurt pretty well. I've been flying here so much. So pushing back on November 8, then it's gonna be November until running 18. Yeah. It's a very. I mean, Frankfurt is an incredible airport because it's a very big one, but the taxi is so easy every time. Okay, big on lights, buff. Yeah, it's true. In the 74 you have the buff switch. Okay, then I have to jump back to my checklist. So normal here. Okay, anti-ice is set. This is set. Flight control. Okay, this is before taxi actually. Okay. So before start, APU is on. APU generator is on. External power, it's disconnect. APU lead is off, I guess. No, APU lead is on. Okay. Hydraulics pump are on. Now the hydraulic come on. I mean come auto. Yeah, auto. Fuel pump on. Center and stub pump off if empty. So yeah, as I told you, the system of the 74 fuel system is quite complex. I'm gonna turn on just the one which are showing press, which means pressure, I guess. And it's at this configuration here. Hopefully it's gonna be fine. Let's see. Beacon is on already. Trim is set. Transponder is already on. Yeah, let's go. Let's push. Oops. Let's go. It's time. I'm really curious about the engine sound. If they change something or not. Okay, November 8. Is it gonna connect now or not at all, right? No. Okay. Let's go. Alright. Time to start up the Queen of the Sky. 4, 3, 2, 1 should be, if I remember. No, 4, 1, 2, 3. Okay. It's auto start, so you just pull it this. Oh boy. And yeah, fuel control switch on, and the plane's gonna auto start. Oh boy. Okay, we're starting this engine. The sound is different? Oh yeah? Okay, let me see when... Okay, the startup is a bit different in my opinion. I don't know about this wing flex, to be honest. If it's that much. Maybe it is, I don't know. Okay, now that it's starting up, sound pretty familiar. Yeah, well, yeah. Not too bad, not too great, of course. It's a default plane, I mean. Starting number... Okay, no, okay, let's do it properly. Starting number 1. You know that in the 747-8, you can start up 2 engines at the same time. Okay, parking brake set. Let me see this wing flex. Okay, I was just on the pushback. Yeah, this is kind of normal in 2024. Is still a bug. Okay, we're starting this. You can also taxi with these 2 engines in the 74. But we're gonna start up everything for today. All right. Bleed 1 and 4 off. Yeah, of course. After start is that. Okay. Starting number 2. I feel like I'm a little bit... Okay, let me adjust this view. Alright. Yeah, a little bit of lag in the transition, to be honest. But not... I mean, it's not too bad, maybe. We will see. I mean, we are also in Frankfurt, you know, custom default airport. And also photogrammetry city pretty close to us. Starting number 2 now. I know what the volume a little bit. It's kind of quiet. I'm really curious to see on takeoff. I don't remember I told the toggle button on the 747. I don't remember if it's this or that. Maybe it's that. This is auto. No, this is a. Yeah, maybe it's this one. Yeah, because this should be auto throttle disconnect. This should be toggle. If I'm not wrong. Okay. Starting number 3. Let's go. Let's start doing the after start already. Yeah, we can start in turn on some APU, some engine blade. Number 4, 1, and 2 are already on. Wow, was really missing this plane. Let's just check this. Okay, this is fine. I'm gonna fly it with default configuration. Okay. Almost done. Fuel tank engine, yeah, that's very interesting. That's very, very interesting. We should be fine with the fuel pump setup. We will see. Okay. Engine bleed all on. APU generator, it's coming off. Off and off. APU off. APU off. By control. Wow, that's, oh my god, that's super soft. A little bit weird, that's super reactive. What the fuck? Okay. Okay, it's flaps 10. Okay, flaps 10. Okay, classical sound. A little. I mean, there was a little. No, I mean, not really a little, but there was a kind of a change in the sound pack of the default plane. Appreciated, of course. Nothing too crazy, but let me see from the external view. Okay, here sound pretty familiar. Yeah, here sound pretty familiar. Sorry, let me just. Okay. Okay, we are ready to taxi. Taxi lights on. Let's go. Yeah, I don't like the fuel tank engine. I don't know if the fuel pump configuration is correct. Maybe I should turn on also this too. It's not disappearing at all. Ah, wait, but this is. Wait. Okay, let me slow down. Okay, let me wait a sec. Maybe it's just the cross. I see that there is a cross off. Which is this? I don't remember. No. Not that. Okay, this is an impulse. But why is closed? That's pretty strange. Yeah, that's pretty strange, of course. This should be open. Very interesting. Okay, now this is close, and wow. Yeah. This should be open. And it's not. Wow. Yeah, that's not the best, of course. Yeah, I don't know about doing long goal with this plane, to be honest. For what I'm seeing for now. Okay, let's go. Yeah, why it's close? I have no idea. I feel like I'm still a little bit. I mean, it's super high. Okay, let's go. So, yeah. Right on November and then running 18. Super slow. You need so much power to tax. Okay, interesting. Yeah, that's very strange. Shouldn't be close. That's that crossfeed. Yeah, I definitely have to download it on the SSD. The point is I'm disinstalling 2020. So yeah, I will wait. Yeah, I'll wait when I install 2024 in my main SSD, which is gonna be so dramatic because I will need to reset every single view in every single plane. But yeah, that's life. But yeah, I want to have 2024 in my main SSD. But yeah, this is definitely something quite strange. Very strange. Let me try to do something like this. Oh well, an engine was shutting off. No. Yarush is it's I mean, you should have it in your. Wow, an engine. What? Yeah, of course. Easy start. Okay, it's a free plane. It's on the standard version. So if you shut off the pump, it's gone. Well, I don't really think that should happen, but yeah, whatever. No, this can be off. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. But yeah, again, fuel management in the 747-8 is. I mean, I think in the 747 in general is quite complicated. I'm really curious to see if the toggle button is working. And who cares about one engine we have 4? So, couple of problems we saw. Weight and balance setup is not great. And yeah, the fuel, I mean the crossfeed is closed and should be open. Yeah. Apart from that, let's say the plane is working okay for now. And of course, it's a big problem in my opinion if you have to do long haul especially. Okay, almost there. Let me start. Okay, traffic. Oh, let's simulate we are. Terrain is working here, right? Yeah, should be working fine. Yeah. Okay, it's not great, of course, but it's default terrain. But yeah, it's still there. Okay, before takeoff, everything is set up for takeoff. We just have to turn on landing lights and strobes. That's it. And again, this is kind of strange because, oh my god, every single time I move this. Because in the 2020 version of the plane, all this stuff, I mean, weight and balance import, I don't remember honestly, but the fuel pump system was working pretty okay. So yeah. Okay, this is all done. This is what is okay. Great flaps. Well, I really like the checklist though. Well, before takeoff I can go. Okay, maybe it's automatic. I don't know. It's a little bit strange, of course. Let me go back on fuel page. Very, very strange. But yeah, whatever. Here we are. Let's go. Run it, turn off. Strobe lights, landing lights. Okay. All right. Of course, I have a toga key in case, which I don't remember at all at the moment. But yeah, I do have one. I do have a setting for that. Okay, let's range a little less. I'm curious to see if it does work on the throttle. Okay, let's go. Bit of power. I like the different parameter on the engine. Okay, that's a nice touch. On the spool up. Engine is stable. Okay, toga is working. Brake release. Okay, the sound is pretty classical. We are super light, of course. Rotate very gently. It's a very big plane. Okay, we are airborne. Positive rate, gear up. Okay, trim was little bit pointing down, to be honest. Yeah, we have a trim down setting, quite evident. There we have Frankfurt Airport. Okay, trim up then. Okay. That's very interesting. Autopilot. Shouldn't. Ooh, what? Okay, yeah, of course. Let's continue climb. Yeah, I don't like this. No, okay. Nah, I don't really love the 747 now. Okay, speed check. Flaps 5. Alright. Flaps 1. Now it's gonna start climbing like a crazy, of course. Flaps stay 1 for now. We can go direct to... let's try a direct. Execute. Okay. Great, and now speed check. Flap up. Super fast. Oh, I love the flex. Oh wow. Continue climb. A little dark on the screen. Okay, out of clouds pretty soon. It's full. Okay, no. More light, please. Yeah, thank you. Okay. Okay, this disappear. Crossfeed are open now. Alright, maybe. Okay, maybe it's correct then. Maybe it's just a ground configuration. Oh wow, but stay up. Wow. No. Okay, it's closing. Okay. Okay. Now maybe it's just a ground configuration that I don't know on the 7.4. I'm not sure, but can be the case. Hopefully it is. It's not a bug, but it's just something that should happen normally. Climbing. Running turn off. Taxi lights off. I want to go to checklist. I want to see if we are still stuck on before takeoff. Checklist complete. Okay, after takeoff, now it's letting me to go. But not to descend checklist. Okay. I mean, I don't know why, but whatever. Toggle button worked perfectly. Yeah, for now, again, overall, then, since we solved the fuel pump problem, which probably wasn't really a problem. The plane is behaving very well, apart from the weight and ballast setting, which is not the end of the world, of course. Climb auto brake is off, transponder is on, of course. Taxi and running turn off light are off. Landing lights above 10,000 and logo lights. Okay, right now. Landing lights off. And logo lights off. Acceleration. Let's go direct to Cindy. Execute. Let's check an external view. Wow. Yeah. Iconic. This wing profile I don't know about, but maybe it's correct. I don't know. Looks a little bit. Yeah, this is a plane that you definitely have to download in your PC to use it properly, in my opinion. So we will behave. Yeah, I mean, on the transition, will be way better. Okay, it's so dark. Traffic on. Let's flight as we were on Watson. Okay, top of climb is right there. Let's climb to our final destination now. Great. Flight level 230 for today. Standard pressure. If you have any question, as always, feel free to ask. Don't be shy. I remind you, we are flying the 747 I mean, it's not the very first time in 2024, but this plane has been quite impossible to use to me. I mean, you could use it, but there were some bugs on the basically minima setting, on the air pressure setting. So it was kind of annoying. I wasn't using the plane since months and months. And it's a shame because it's a standard. I mean, it's a plane present on the standard version of the sim. It's an iconic plane. So yeah, was quite annoying to not be able to use it properly. I want to go direct to Delta Kilo Bravo. Delta Kilo Bravo. Execute. As you can see, the navigation system is working perfectly. I mean, direct are working okay. Also, you do have holding. You can set up holding. I don't know if, for example, here, as you can see, all the holding system is working okay. Go around is present. So the plane is VATSIM ready. I mean, all the navigation system is completely VATSIM ready. If you don't know what VATSIM is, it's basically a community where you can get air traffic control from a real person. Today we're not flying on VATSIM, but usually we always fly on VATSIM. It's just because I don't really trust the plane. But yeah, it's pretty important that the plane, I mean, you need some feature to be able to go there. For example, the plane should be able to hold, should be able to go, I mean, to go around, navigate properly. Yeah, that's it basically. Okay, now I want to check the arrival very quickly. Okay. So we're gonna get through the Rockhill 1 Bravo arrival to Mike India Quebec in Munich, and from there, for sure, ILS 26 right. That's it. We have a below altitude constraint, which is, oh no, Okay, yeah, we do have one here at Rock Hill. So I'm gonna, since we are not on Vatzing, we're gonna go direct to Mike Uni for Quebec at some point, and from there we're just gonna follow the approach. Munich is a category 3 approach. VFR condition at the moment, so I mean, we should. I want to land. I want to manually fly the plane while landing. The 747-8 is a plane that you need to fly completely manually. I mean, you can auto land it, of course, but it's not like the 777 that you can just. I mean, that usually in the 777 you approach with the auto throttle on. The 74 is not the case, so you need to fly the plane. You need to fly the plane and control the thrust. As the 787, basically. Of course, you can disengage the auto throttle at the very end of the approach. I don't know if they do that in real life, to be honest. But okay, let me level off. Yeah, still quite violent on this transition. Okay, I won't be up here. Well, we're gonna accelerate Mach 0.85 now. No, I don't think so. Ah, no, wait. It was too early. Okay. My bad. Okay, speed. Like this. But, yeah, I'm quite sure that in the 737 they disengage autopilot and auto throttle at the same time. I don't know in the 747-8, but the thing that doesn't have is the auto flare. So as you know, in the 777, the plane's gonna automatically reduce power during flare if you have auto throttle on, of course. The 747 is not doing it. So you need to disengage the auto throttle. That's very important. Otherwise you would not be able to flare at all. Okay. I don't know in the auto land what's happened. I guess in the 7.3 you have to manually do it. I don't remember. Okay. Anyway, leveling off. We're gonna get back to BNAV as soon as possible. This is BNAV page, yeah. Okay, level off. Yeah, pretty violent on the transition. VNAV. Okay. Then I want to select the arrival. Arrival is ILS 26 right. Great. Rocky 1 Bravo arrival, that's correct. Transition, Mike India, Quebec. Execute. Let's check if there are any discontinuity. Nothing there. Let's continue flying. Okay, from Delta Quebec Bravo, I'm gonna go direct to Rock Hill. At top of descent, I'm gonna go direct to Mike India, Quebec. Great. Wow. Unbelievable, we are finally there. Also, there was a yeah. Should be. I mean, we should be interesting to check. I'm gonna do it 1 second. I'm gonna check night time. Okay, is it for each? No, okay, it's not really. Let me check this. Why there was a change in weather? Shouldn't happen. Yeah, it's super. Look at this. Now in the new sim update should be way darker the ground. Yeah, wow. Oh my god, that's way more realistic. Oh wow. Yeah, one problem since the very beginning of 2020 was that during night all the ground was very bright to be night. Now it's super realistic. I mean, if you fly as a passenger, I guess you did, of course, but yeah, if you fly as a passenger during night, it's very, very similar to this. Watching down. Wow. Great work. Great work. Okay, let's go back to our flight time, which was 927. Okay. Very cool. Very cool flying during night. We should do some flying nighttime now. Very, very cool. Probably, I mean, even today there is not much to see, of course. So, but yeah, let's continue like this for today. The monitor are pretty dark, to be honest. I can't get more brightness than this, but whatever. For now, everything is fine unless the yeah, apart from the yeah, weight and balance setup, which again is not the end of the world. Let's say that you can adjust it, but it looks like the empty weight of the plane is a bit different from what SimBrief thinks and what you get in the sea. It's like 8 tons different, which is quite relevant, of course. You can, of course, adjust, so you can try to matching reducing passenger and cargo in the weight and balance system here. But yeah, be really aware of that if you're doing long haul, because first thing first, I don't know about fuel consumption of this plane. I don't know if this is accurate or what. And secondly, yeah, I wouldn't really trust. And secondly, of course, if you have more tons, that means that your step climb is gonna be different. You're gonna burn more fuel. Yeah, that can end up really bad. Speaking of long haul, I finally did my first one with the A350. The longest flight I ever did in the sim also. I did it on Saturday night. And this is the flight. From Madrid to Santiago de Chile. Indeed, our A350 now is parked here. We'll have to bring it back to Europe at some point. But yeah, that was cool. Everything worked fine. I really like the new update of the A350. It's behaving incredibly good to me. Yeah, it's a really good plane. Now, apart from some area, you know that, for example, in Dubai, it's not really working. So if you like to do RealOps and you want to have it to do Emirates RealOps, be aware of your PC, because in mine is not working at all, for example. But yeah, Madrid to Santiago de Chile was an incredible flight, first of all, especially in Los Andes area, and really enjoyed it. The plane behaved perfectly, the sim behaved perfectly, no lag, no problem at all. As any other, I mean, as the 777 of PMDG. I mean, I'm not saying that have the same performance quality, but let's say the sim stability was pretty similar. The frame rate is definitely different on the PMDG, as we well know. PMDG performance is just insane. I don't know how they do it, but every other developer should. I mean, apart from Phoenix, because Phoenix, of course, is a way more in-depth plane than all this, and it's still quite good in performance. But yeah, PMDG 1, consider the quality of the plane is just insane. How they can get such a good performance. By the way, we are at top of this end. Let's go direct to Mike India Quebec as we planned. I don't know why the. Ooh. Okay. That's very interesting. We are slowing down for some reason. That's very strange. Maybe there is a constraint. Oh yeah, there is a constraint. Okay, yeah, this is a classical problem of that this was present also in. Oh boy. No, it's impossible to click this. So yeah, when you go direct to a waypoint that does have a discontinuity, sorry, not a discontinuity, constraint, the planes will slow down immediately, which shouldn't do, of course. In PMDG, indeed, is very different. Yeah, the plane should get close to the waypoint and then slow down. And all this stuff should be calculated on your vertical path. Yeah, not here. So my speed now. Honestly, can I get out of Yeah, we're gonna descend in vertical speed, so yeah, I'm gonna disengage B now. Okay, let me disengage B now immediately. Plane is all mine, and we need to descend now. So 11,000 feet. Okay, vertical speed, let's go down immediately. You have to sync the heading. Okay, 11,000 feet set. All right. Okay. Vertical path. It's not there. Okay, it's coming now. As you can see, vertical path is functioning correctly. Let's accelerate our descent. I mean, 40 miles, we are we're not that far at all, to be honest. We have to descend 5,000 to intercept, so just 15,000 feet. Then we need to calculate landing performance, which is gonna be different, of course. Landing. Our landing weight, let's set up 269.4. 269-400. Then runway is correct. Flap setting, okay, yeah. Brake, optimum, reverse, yes. Okay, let's see. Auto brake 1, okay. I'm gonna use auto brake 2, honestly. Yeah. Auto brake 2. And we need to accelerate our descent. Even though we're pretty low to me. Oh yeah, let's trust it. Okay, let's go down. Quite aggressively now. Alright. So we're going at 11,000 feet there, and then we're going to descend 5,000. We have to slow down, of course. Yeah, we can already descend 5,000. Let's go down. 5,000 feet. Auto brake is set. So let's try to arm the speed brake now. Which is very... oops, no. Okay, should be armed. I don't see it there. Can we go to descent checklist or not? No. Okay, like this we can. Auto brake is set. VREF. Okay. 146 for the landing. Minima is 105. It's a radio minima. Oh, I hate this system. It's so hard to set up. I don't even think it's like that in the real plane at all. Because if you move it too fast, you're gonna complete. Okay, great. That was quite, pretty lucky. QNH in Munich is 1021. Wow, quite a lot of difference from Frankfurt. Okay. Standard. So landing data, VREF minima set, approach briefing is done already. It's auto-tuned, right? 108.7, yeah, great. Yeah, I remember the salty, I guess, wasn't. At some point, you had to manually tune the, as in the servant reader. Okay, let's go down even faster. But auto, yeah, speed, oops, oh my god. how do I arm it? Was like here. That's very weird. Very weird. Okay, we are recovering on that. Let's slow down the descent now. Great. Yeah, a little bit strange, honestly. This is not armed at all, of course. If I do this, just out of curiosity. Yeah, now it's armed, but it's also active. Or maybe not. Okay, here is active. Okay, here is active. Sorry, here is armed. Okay, great. Speed brake armed. Slow down the descent. And speed 250. Okay. They're coming in very fast. Landing lights. Speed brake. I need to slow down, of course. Landing lights on. Descending 5,000. Okay, now we can reduce this. Great. Okay, I get how to arm it. Yeah, I need to slow down. Okay. I definitely need to slow down the plane. Okay, below clouds, we do have a scatter 3600, broken 4700. So we're gonna get clouds on final. We are a bit high. The plane is kind of struggling. Okay, let's slow down the plane significantly and switch to fly level change. Above the glide. Continue descent. On the turn, fly level change. Okay, let's go down. Speed brake out. Ah, it's back on takeoff. Look at this. Altimeter is set. After wow. Okay, that's not correct at all, of course. Landing on final. Oh wow, this will be so bad to set up. Okay. Speed brake armed. We are still... Oh, we are very fast on top of that. Localizer. Oh wow, okay, this is cool. Speed on up. We are on fly level change. Okay, approach immediately. No, I can't slow down the plane now. I need to continue descent. Otherwise would be definitely a problem. Approach armed. We are in heading. What? Okay, that was not correct at all, of course. I guess he entered in localizer, but he couldn't intercept. Wow. Okay. This is starting to be a little bit... yeah, a little bit... also the localizer in Munich is completely wrong, I just realized. We overshoot. Okay, now wait. We have to redo it. No. This is not going correctly at all. Let's do a holding here. Okay, let's do, let's say, not an holding, but kind of. Okay, let's slow down very gently. Continue turn. Yeah, we're gonna completely reset on the approach because this was very bad. Yeah, the localizer, as you know, in Munich is broken. Let's see if it is. I mean, if it still is. I'm wondering if there was a Navigraph data update. Let me just check quickly. Okay, no. Yeah, let's take our space. Luckily, we're not online on BatSim, so we can do it because we were, we overshoot the localizer. Okay, not the best. I mean, he should have done it correctly by himself, but because we had no speed constraint. Yeah. No, okay. Yeah, there was no speed constraint at all, so we were okay. Never mind. I mean, it's fine. Okay, 280. All right. Localizer and glide slope armed. Okay, on the turn now. Let's turn like this for the moment. And then adding 290 at some point. Let's get a little bit closer to final. Or runway extension. Look at this. Look at this. Wow. With the sun like that. The queen. She's back. She's kind of back, let's say. It's not completely back, but yeah. Kind of back. Okay, it's... let's say, let's continue the flight, let's say, when we get to land. Okay. Because in Gudek we have to descend, so let's do like that. Okay. Even more. It's gonna be kind of a sharp. I hope he's gonna be able to. What? 14 miles still. Okay, just like okay. Should be able to intercept. Glide alive. Speed check. Flaps 1. Speed on 1. Alright. I like the color correction. It's a little different now. Looks way better. So we should be able to intercept the localizer before starting to descend. Hopefully. Approach speed is 146. Let's confirm. 146. Localizer capturing. Ooh, it's coming very fast. We're gonna overshoot again. Yeah. Okay, be aware that the localizer stays on. Which looks like okay. No? Maybe not. No, maybe it's offset. Okay, glide lock capture, of course. Speed check +5. Speed on 5. Okay. Speed check. Gear down. Super long. Oh yeah, they fixed the no, it's offset. I don't know. We'll see. Okay. No, maybe they fix it. I don't know. Oh, there is no crosswind. Okay, speed check, flaps 10. Speed on 10. Okay, looks like he's correct now, the localizer on Munich. 263, the final landing. No, it's not. It's 261. I will say it when we are very close. Okay, speed check, flaps 15, speed on 5. Oh, sorry, flaps 20, speed on 20. Okay. Wow, very long to set. We don't have flaps 15 on this. Okay, I didn't know that. Yeah, we have a lot of headwind at the moment. Okay, it's gonna reduce significantly, close to ground. Yeah, the localizer is definitely correct now in Munich. Finally, was very offset in the before the update. Go around altitude to 5,000. Speed check, flaps 25. Flaps full, speed 146. Yeah, the ground color is different. Okay. Right. Check. I really like the color of the sim now. Let's wait 2 miles. Okay, autopilot off. Autopilot is off, auto throttle off. Okay, the plane is dropping. I don't know why it's always out-trimmed. Oh my god, it's completely out-trimmed. Okay, let's try to... Okay, let's try to fly it. Okay, don't watch the glide. Oh, we're very... Continue. Oh, that's really bad. Okay. What the fuck? Why were completely... Yeah, I feel like the plane is completely tilted to the right. Okay, reversing. Yeah, you have this feeling of the plane. Yeah, that's super strange. Yeah, the approach was terrible, but yeah, whatever. I mean, again, I don't fly this plane since years. I mean, since a lot of time. Oh wow, we destroyed the plane. That was an horrible, horrible approach. Wow, it does fly, yeah, very differently from... Okay. Well, the glide I don't think was correct at all. By the way, it was very low at some point. And also the puppy. That, of course, that's not helping, but yeah, the plane... yeah, what to say? Yeah, he really fly like at a full play, honestly. flaps up. Okay, let's go to park. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't like the flight model at all. If I have to say it clearly, I didn't like the flight model at all. First of all, the plane was completely out-trimmed, as many times happen when you disconnect autopilot. Yeah, it's really defaulty flight model, so yeah, but yeah, controlling with the throttle is very complex. You don't really feel to be in a fluid. The plane also looks a little bit tilted to the right, so that's make you adjust. I mean, continue adjusting to turn left. Indeed, we were to left on the touchdown, which I don't know. It's super strange. This is it like that even here? Yeah, it is. Wow, very strange. Very strange. Okay, landing lights off maybe. Yeah, I don't know. The plane looks. Yeah, you can fly it with many compromise. I'm not saying I will not flight it anymore now, but probably quite rarely. I'm kind of curious to try the 787, to be honest. Let's say you can use it. I mean, of course, if you're... I mean, I'm not used to this flight model at all. That was probably a go-around on top of that, but well, whatever. And... so, yeah. But for example, yeah, of course, it's a different plane, but... I'm thinking about the 737 900 in 2020 from PNDG was behaving completely differently. I mean, you could be really precise on adjusting the attitude, the descending attitude, or the descending attitude basically with the throttle. Yeah, completely a different flight model. The 777 is very different, of course, but it's another philosophy because you approach it without a throttle on. So, yeah. I could try, yeah, but also it does have kind of an auto trim, so it's a kind of a different plane. This is way more old school, as is the 787, honestly. So you fly it as a 7.3, basically. You disconnect auto throttle, you disconnect autopilot, you trim the plane manually. Yeah, you have to manually do the flare. I mean, not manually do the flare, of course, because you always have to manually do the flare unless you are auto landing. Accelerate off. But okay. All right. Okay. Auto parking brake set. Engine off. Okay. APU gen wasn't on. Yeah, I don't understand. Oh, what? APU is not on? What? I'm pretty sure I switched it on. Okay, whatever. Never mind. It's not a problem. It's not a problem. Oh, wow, it's... What? How is it? No, it doesn't make any sense. Okay, whatever. Never mind. Yeah, the plane... okay, let's talk about the positive stuff. The plane... It's at least, let's say, usable. So you don't have a major bug, you don't have major problem of the plane. But yeah, even though, look at this, even though it's very defaulty. To be honest, it's very, very defaulty. Especially the flight model. I mean, I didn't like the flight model too much. Of course, I'm not used to the plane, so I'm sure that if you're flying it a lot, you're gonna start having some good muscle memory on the plane behavior. But yeah, overall, it does fly pretty strange to me. Yeah, we need a 747 for PMDG to make a proper comparison, but I'm quite sure it's gonna fly very differently. But yeah, I mean, now you can go from A to B. You can go to VATSIM, honestly. Major problem are just the weight and balance, so be aware of, especially if you're doing long haul, be aware of the weight and balance, because it can be a little bit tricky to set up. And yeah, the flight model on landing, yeah, I didn't love it at all, to be honest. The last time I flew the 787, the default one was way better to me. I want to try the 78 again, maybe tomorrow. So it could be a disaster as well, but I don't know. We will see. But yeah, this is it for today. I just want to check one thing. I want to check if there is this stuff about PITO, so Flight Simulator 2024 website. Okay. Here. F3 engine. No. Because the plane loaded without engine cover and without pitot cover and chokes. Which I thought there was finally an option to just have it off. Oh yeah, doesn't look like it all. Okay. So yeah, this is it for today. Thank you very much for watching. If you like, subscribe. I wish you a nice evening and see you next